conflict. Well, let's cross now to Adam Hancock, who's following the story for us from Singapore. Good to have you back with us, Adam. What is President Lula looking to achieve from this visit to China and his meeting with Xi Jinping?
Well, I think bolstering trade and investment relations between Brazil and China is really his main aim of this trip. He was originally scheduled to actually visit China a few weeks ago, but had to pull out with illness. And he was going to go with a massive delegation of business leaders from Brazil, over 200. They actually went ahead without President Lula and met with Chinese officials and Chinese business leaders. So it's clear that this is an important trip. And China is Brazil's biggest export market, with Beijing buying up things like soybean, cotton and crude oil. And in exchange, Brazil is the largest recipient of Chinese investment in Latin America, that according to Chinese state media. So there's certainly a lot of trade and investment between both of these countries. And we expect something like 20 bilateral agreements to be signed over the coming days. And as well as trade and improving economic links, we understand President Lula is really using this trip as a sign to show that Brazil are back on the world stage. Now, you might remember under the previous administration, under President Bolsonaro, things weren't always the easiest between Brazil and China. There were some uncomfortable moments after some comments from President Bolsonaro's son. And President Bolsonaro, many of his critics pointed to the fact that he often focused only on affairs within Brazil and kind of disregarded international relations. So President Lula really looking to use this trip as a way of showing that Brazil is back on the world stage, and a meeting with an important partner like China will be crucial to show that. And obviously Brazil, one of those countries that tries to balance a relationship with the United States and with Beijing as well. So it's certainly an interesting diplomatic trip for President Lula over the coming days.
Okay, Adam Hancock, thank you so much for updating us there from Singapore.